Hey there, team. What do we have? Oh. Oh, shoot, this is this map? Where is this map? Is this the map that I was playing on a little while ago? I think so. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. I didn't, very cool. So this is like, wait, I'm in this? Oh shit, okay. Okay, well then. So this is an Angmar versus Arth Hills fight, as I have expertly titled it. Right, okay, cool. Wait, why am I here? Oh, did somebody say, yeah, I crashed. Right then, don't worry, I think I'm all dead. Don't worry, I'm all dead. But yeah. Okay, shit. Right, we're good, don't worry. So, Eclipse here. We've got 4 Angmar armies versus 4 Arthedain armies. And this really is, I'm pretty sure that Arthedain is meant to be playing a bit of a defensive force. I'm going to just be casting my cursor over some forces. I'll sort of call out anything like funny, like Witchers or anything like that. Because this was a scenario fight, so we were picking these armies. We weren't selecting them ourselves, I don't believe. Pretty sure this was all selected for us. Hammer Guard there. Some Blackguard. I don't know if anybody's got Witchers. I definitely don't. I would not be taking a Witcher army for sure. That's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of pressure. I'll be burning on my own boys. So Angmar, he's got his catapult for us. And then more Hammer Guard. Lots of armor upgrades for the boys. Tommy is our next ally. Gobble trackers there. Let's stick to like 0.4 because I think there's a lot of movement that we got to make toward each other, as you can see. I think the Tommy's got his stalkers up here, just vibing. But I'd say there's a lot of movement toward each other. Maybe I'll stick to 0.5. And then wait, what? Oh yeah. I started over there, then I came all the way over here. Yeah, because we got Eclipse, Angmar, Tommy, and then myself. I think the plan was I was going to be left side. Cool. Anyway, so heavy cav there from my wargs, of course, and then stalkers, guardians, nice and armor upgraded, some Angmar marauders, which I suspect are fully armor upgraded, scourge raiders, yeah, sort of guarantee an armor upgrade for them. This, as I say, this was not my own picking. This was a scenario fight. Orc fellers, I love the boys. Pikes there. Guardians, Blackguard, in front some Angmar halberds, trolls of Angmar, and then a good dollop of barrel whites to top it off. Enemies, Arthedain forces. So we have first enemy here is Morris. So he's got his nice sort of line of armor upgraded Arthedain pikes with some Dunedain peacekeepers, Evendom archers backing them up with some Fornost Errand defenders. You can still access Fornost Errand defenders in 4 scenario fights. They're not part of the standard Arthedain roster anymore, but you can still grab them. Then Dunedain scouts in the back. Some don't often see Dunedain scouts, so again, it's nice to see them pop up in these scenarios. Royal Court of House Amlaith often get sort of outshone by the Knights of Innuminous. I think these are the Lancer, full-on Lancers, not any counter melee or counter cavalry ability. Then dismounted Fornost Errand Knights. I think the dream would be that those scouts could like outshoot my wargs, bring them down, which is a pretty fair judgment, I'd say. And then just open up for the House of Amlaith to lance anything I've got down. Arthedain men at arms and Arthedain pikes behind them. Lots of peacekeepers, archers, troll slayers, and the like. Some mounted company and some so Sin has some Knights of Innuminous, so if we really wanted to go toe to toe, they do have some great melee cavalry there. Captain Gervais is taking the center left with those Fornost Errand defenders in his center line. So we've got some Fornost Errand Knights, so another Lancer unit, sort of mid-tier Lancers, and more Fornost Errand Knights. So we've got a lot of power. Our armies, well, I'll talk about that after we go through everybody. And then Fitz at the end, so Dunedain Mounted Company. So they are Am I wrong in saying they used to be spearmen? No, I think I'm thinking of the Cardland Dunedin Commanders. No, Mounted Company, they are just melee cavalry. Pretty good melee cavalry, but just melee cavalry. And all pretty normal. I don't think anything too crazy with his army here. Nice position that he's holding with his catapult. It does look pretty good, actually. I'm pretty fond of that. Can I get maybe get a shot of that? Just looks a bit daunting, doesn't it? Yeah. Just all the men of Arthedain standing pretty frightening on this very menacing slope. And that'll be okay. Cool. One of those will be good. One of those will be fine. So we'll go to 1 speed because, as I say, I'm pretty sure we've got a lot of movement. So I totally forgot about this fight. I remember the map. I did a quick pitch battle on this map before, a very, very embarrassing Dol Amroth fight. But nice map. And I think this was the reason that Eclipse made the map. He wanted something that he could use for a sort of free-for-all, not free-for-all, for a big pitch battle like this. Sorry about the frame stuttering. That's a bit naff, isn't it? I think that's just my shadows, but unfortunately you can't turn off shadows once you're actually in the game. So we'll see, maybe, if everybody's okay with it. Does that help? Not all that much. Not all that much. But I'm going to turn the tree quality down just a little bit. It is the shadows causing this for me, unfortunately. That's what causes that bit of stutter. But we'll soldier on through. It's not. It's only 27,000 frames, and as I say, I think I'll move it up to 2 speed because that'll be. I think we've got a good at least another 3,000 frames, I think, before we make contact with them. A bit of shuffling around so far, but it's kind of a nice way to start. All the Angmarim forces are moving down here, needing to move up through this pass towards some objective across the mountain range, and we have got to deal with this Arthedain force arrayed against us. So I'm pretty sure that our army is slightly more. We do have more money, but that is meant because we're meant to launch the attack. This is, as I say, it's a pitch battle. They don't have any sort of fortifications or anything like that, but they've got various hills and so on. It very much is a case of we need to get through them. They can wait. They're happy enough just holding this ground. They're not losing anything. But we brought our orcs and uruks across the plains to engage, so we need to strike them. So I think we've got a little bit more funds just to make up for that, and they've got the benefit of choosing the terrain where the fight happens, and raining some arrows on us as we advance. So they're really going to have to make their cavalry work for them here. You know, we've got some tough armies, some really tough armies, a lot of armor upgrades, and the Angmar troops, Angmar mainline troops in general, are really quite solid. So, especially up against Arthedain, who really struggles to get through our armor, it's going to be a tough fight for them. But they do have some great cavalry that we're seeing there. If they really make that Royal Court of House Amlaith work for them, if they make those Knights of Innuminus work for them, and try and counter our Inquisitors and our Wargs in other means instead of using their melee cavalry, or instead of using their Knights for it, then we can get some really good work done. Looks like we are actually going for it. Yep, we are sort of engaging here. No, I'll go back to 2 speed. Looks like that was he thought about it. Fitz might have just been trying to spook Eclipse, get him a little bit worried. Whenever you've got a situation like this, whenever Angmar has barrel wights can really control the speed of your army. You know, and that's, they have 1 speed, and that speed is slow. That speed is very slow. So if we do want to go on the attack, we either have to hold and wait, which is just giving time for them to get their cavalry where they want it, giving them time to, find a mistake that we're making. I have a feeling. I love this. I absolutely love this, that they have to just come through freaking single file. Tommy! I have a feeling that these guys were like bugged out or something. Maybe Eclipsing the Gang did this one again. Either way, I think this is I saved this fight for a reason. So please, hold on. I'm sure it's interesting, but I'm sure it's pretty good. But yeah, we will see. But Eclipse has probably done this fight again and done it, far better. That usually happens whenever I'm in one of these scenarios. Again, if I ever make a pause, it's just me taking a gulp of tea. Usually, whenever I'm in a big scenario, I'm there for the test run, and then I'm not. I'm busy or something when they're actually like, yeah, okay, it's ready to go, it's perfect now. But I think by the looks of it, this is all perfect to go. I think this is just so far us maybe making a little bit of a goof. Catapult fire coming in. Oh, perhaps he's going for the Scourge Raiders right now. Little Gobble Trackers. I do not care. You can burn our Goblin Trackers all you want. I do not mind. Maybe he's going for our catapult? That must be it. And he's just... No, because he's just hitting way too wide. Whereas we're coming in. That's a good crash. See, in just that one in just that one hit, we've already gotten way more value from our catapult than they have theirs. And because they're just hitting orc failures. And yeah, nah, that's really not a worry for us. Yeah, sure, we want them. We value all of our little goblins. Oh yeah, shoot. So Morris is bullying me. Sending some arrows my way. Because of my position, I was able to deploy really quite far forward. So I'm able to move with my barrow weights. Unlike the rest of the guys who, their barrow weights are lagging really far behind, my barrow weights are sort of right here. So I'm able to sort of keep up with them. And yeah, I mean, dude, if he wants to shoot my barrow weights, he can do that all day. I'm trying to use my my trolls, because again, my trolls are good and bad. They'll take this arrow fire quite nicely. They're pretty well armored. They're not as big a target as their models, presents them as. So they're a little bit tougher to hit. And yeah, my wargs. So I kind of just like Morris, go away. Get out of here. Get out of here. I don't think I've got much in the way of like arrows, do I? No, it's always fun. It's always fun to like go back and look at my battles from like, oh, that was pretty. Yeah, it's always fun to like go back and look at my battles from like ages ago, and try and work out, what I was thinking. Blast from the past, eh? And so one of our catapults is down. But again, if they're so they're not using fire, so they're loosing those out a bit faster. Oh dear, these poor Dunedain mounted company getting a little bit minced. Probably just by, I mean, that's got to be a lot of fire. That couldn't have just been the Goblin Trackers, was it? Snagger, I think it might have just been all of these Snagger Archers, all of those Goblins, just really getting a killing field on those guys. Which, yeah, is pretty good. So they really need to destroy that catapult. Or they just need to be, carefully wait out and let us expend our ammo. Which it looks like... They've still got all of theirs. It looks like they're just, electing to let us spend our shots. Which right now, and yeah, balance of power is just because this only takes into account hit points, and because of the barrow weights, it makes the system think that we are gods. But of course, barrow weights are not quite as good as the system thinks. I see this every single time. I absolutely love the color of their blade. It really contrasts with their sort of their blue really, really well. And yeah, I'm just a big fan. So what I'm trying to do here, I do value my barrow weights a lot. If you get your barrow weights just stuck into melee, they will do damage very, 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 very slowly. But up against something like Arthedain that lacks armor piercing, you will rack kills. You will get kills with your barrow weights. It takes time, but you will get them because they will just not be able to hurt you. And yeah, so I don't want him to just get his Royal Court of House Am Laith in and out and in and out. That's even just one good charge from the Royal Court of House Amlaith, I'm losing at least 50. You know? At least 50 of my barrow weights. Saying that though, looks like I caught them. Was this me? Or was this my ally? This might have been Tommy. Might have been Tommy saving my ass. Let's maybe let's go 0.8 for a minute, just because I'm missing things obviously, so I don't want to do that. Tommy's got his goblin trackers forward. Gundabad Guard actually right at the front to stop any cavalry movements, and they're so heavily armoured that, you know, yeah, and well shielded that he doesn't want to shoot at them. But he's opening up on the goblin trackers, which again, if I was Gervais, I would maybe let us just expend our ammo. They need their arrows more than we need ours. So if they're happy enough just kind of expending their ammunition on our little goblin trackers, I'm keen for that. I'm really keen for that. But again, and so we're just doing this little skirmish engagement while our barrow wights are coming forward. You can see Eclipse has had his running. That's why some of them are tired. I don't actually think they move very much faster running. So I tend not to run barrow wights. I'm happy enough, just they can take their time. They're old boys, you know. Let them do it. But saying that, he's winded. Have I been running them? No, maybe they just get tired. Maybe the poor lads just get tired. So this is a bit scary. How many barrow wights do I have? I've got 3. Oh my god, I've got 3 barrow wights. That's really... Dude, what are you doing? What are you doing, Ryan? This is a bit... You don't want these guys to get charged. I just said that. Wendy Pops, I just said that you don't want them to get charged. Yeah, you're moving your trolls now, but this is a bit too damn late. Where is the cover? Where is the blooming shield? I'm just extending these guys forward like an idiot. But saying that, I don't have much in the way of... I don't have spears, do I? I think that was my vibe. I was like, I don't have spears. Ah! And I don't want to put my halberds forward. Oh, okay, I scared him off. But... I scared off Morris, but I didn't scare off Sin. And I think I was happy with that. I was like, yeah, let's engage. But... yeah, because the trolls in... I really love the troll warg combo. Because the wargs... I mean, the wargs will really kill horsemen pretty nicely. But the main deal with them is, like, if the wargs hold you, and then I get my trolls in there, you are done. And then I've got Sin to deal with over here too. And I don't have any spearmen. Yeah, I have no spears in this army. That was the thing that was spooking me. And that's why I was, like, blooming scared. Because I'm not good at dealing with enemy cavalry at the best of times. And, luckily, oh no, this is myself. This is more trolls. This is my trolls of Gundabad coming forward. I think I was gonna use them to like back up my allies, but I was like, no, I need to use my trolls to like help myself. My wargs have been rinsed by Dunedain Scout Fire, so I can no longer use my wargs. Dearie me. Goblin trackers engaging. Still, like, yeah, they've been absolutely riddled with shots, but I'm feeling okay with that. Fitz here. Still just giving Eclipse some little heart attacks. Just scaring them a bit. Trying to use his halberds to stop any little charges up against his barrow wights. So you can see a little bit of damage to the barrow wights, not too much, but some. It looks like those trolls are actually going to catch those mounted company. Oh. No. Oh yeah, okay, they turned around. That was so... what Fitz had given them the order and then looked away. And then because they grabbed them, they were like, oh shoot, we're engaging. So they've turned around to actually fight. Damn. Oh, so you see I did take a hit. I did take some sort of charge. Yeah, that's a damn shame. And over there, yeah, Knights of Innuminous and the Royal Court of House Amlaith getting in there down to 225. Okay, maybe exaggerated how much they were going to kill with that hit, and I'm getting slammed again over this side. I can't defend my whole damn front line. And but yeah, so a little charge there. That's not really the charge I'm worried about. I'm worried about the knights and the royal court. But it looks like I've been very aggressive with my trolls here, but I really want to kill a few of these knights. And if I was like, oh, I'm engaged in... Ooh, ow. So he sort of duped me there. He's got me not too bad. Now, if I get a few good smashes, I can maybe make that worth it. I got a few kicks. I got a few kicks into the Royal Court. They are multiple hit points, so didn't kill any. I killed one, but he got a charge off on me, so he really hurt my trolls, and he's coming in again. And I no longer have... The reason I didn't lose so many was because I was in amongst the archers. Now, my trolls got very lucky there. They're Fornosteran Knights from Gervais. My Angmar trolls are coming in. And again, this is what I talk about a lot. I panic. I panic under pressure. And if you... This is a scenario where I'm sort of attacking. But if you make me think that I don't control the flow of the battle, I'll make a sudden decision like this. So I've got my trolls in there, and I'm kind of like, it's a point where it's use them or lose them. And my trolls are either gonna just get gutted by the enemy cavalry, by Gervais's cav, just in and out charging me. Yeah, sure, I'll do some damage, but then my trolls are gone. Or I can rush forward and do a full engagement, and at least make a use from this attack. So that's, you know, again, like, this is how you screw with me. If you find a way to make me think, oh god, I've lost control, I'll do something hasty, and I'll maybe make a mistake. Sometimes my mistakes turn out good, but yeah, that's what's happened there. So I'm going in for a full assault now. As you can see, really just bringing my full force to bear. Blackguards even in amongst this. Well, there's no point in trying to save anything. There's nowhere to save them. If I try and leave them behind the lines, they'll get charged. They're safer on the front line. So I'm just throwing my full force into Sen at this point, and just hoping that I can either just do a really good grind at this front line, or hopefully break through it entirely. So Fornosteran Knights still delivering some charges, but because of sort of the chaotic situation now, my trolls have sort of survived. So at least in half decent numbers. Fornosteran Knights pulling out. Yeah, you can see a nasty charge on those Barrow Wights. They're down to 200, so I lost a full 50 of them. That's a lot of hit points to lose. Yeah, Announcer is looking at the balance of power. He's not really got a proper grasp of the situation here. But Tommy has seen this, and he is now going in for a full charge. He doesn't want to lose me. So he's got to get stuck in now too. Maybe a little bit faster than he would want to. But we've used up a lot of the enemy ammunition. Over here, Eclipse and Angmar are a little bit disconnected from us. It looks like Angmar is going to go in and back this up, but Eclipse is sort of going to take his time a little bit. There's a lot of attacking going on, so that's why we got a bit of a frame stutter here. Sorry about that. Got the Barrow Wights moving, and it looks like Fitz has gone for a pretty extended defense. He's definitely got like a very deep formation, which is nice. But it's the worry is these guys are going to end up breaking because they don't really feel that they've got allies right behind them. Goodness me, what is causing this frame stutter? Is it just too much going on? Let's maybe do that. Maybe there's that. No, I don't quite know what this is being caused by. But it might just be too much guff going on right now. So I'm clashing, you can see, getting defeated. Balance. Victory. Okay, so the far left I'm doing quite well. But the far right, I'm really struggling. Dunedain Rangers getting set up, and I don't have any archers to try and counter them, and my trolls are all dedicated over on the other side, so I can't do anything to stop these Rangers. And now these Rangers are lovely. This is what's causing the frame starting. They're starting to use their Rangers in Cruff. So either way, so we're going to get some more frame starting as he rips right down my line. At least the only benefit I've got is that he's doing it from the left side, so at least my guys are benefiting from some form of shield value. Royal Court of House Amlaith are through. They're getting into my Scourge Raiders. At least my Scourge Raiders are locked morale. But Tommy's over with his Inquisitors to try and hunt them down. Getting a few little slashes on them. Tell them to get the hell away from me. Because I really need these axes. I need these axes, and getting them straight into the Arthedain men, and then get the boys stuck in melee. Cannot happen too soon. They've been very careful with their catapult, so they're getting some good close range shots into Eclipse's lines as he advances. which is very bloody, very messy indeed. But you see 24 for 20, 25 for 20. It's kind of what you'd expect from a sort of attacking scenario, attack defense scenario. It's normal for us to be on the back foot a little bit, but we don't want to be on the back foot for long. We really need to even the tide now, especially that we've actually properly engaged. We need to be getting this sorted. Oh, that looks pretty good, doesn't it? Yeah, that looks quite nice. Just Gervais's forces trying their best up against Angmar. Angmar is fighting uphill. He's got his Blackwatch Legion though, that very high mass. I think individually, the highest mass individual units at a whopping 10, I believe. I believe they're 10 mass. I think they're 10 mass. The Balakath Shield Bearers are 8. And then the Blackwatch of Barad-dûr are 6. Maybe I'm but yeah, that's what's. But those figures are just in my head right now. That might have just been me totally imagining that. So Morris is inflicting a lot of casualties on Tommy right now, but those Barrow-wights are working their way in. We're seeing a lot of cavalry movement. I'm still getting slammed by those Royal Court and the Knights of Innuminus, but luckily I do have the help of the Inquisitors backing me up. He's really getting amongst my Scourge Raiders, getting amongst my Barrow-wights. 211 before contact. That wasn't. Oh no, nope, that was 211 before contact, down to 190. So yeah, I mean, over 20 guys, over 20 very high hit point troops just wiped in 2 seconds without very much damage. In return, I've got my Troll of Gundabad taking a swing, trying his best to protect the boys, trying to protect his little ghost friends. And can we get another swing? Get him! Oh, I stopped it! I stopped the charge! And now the Inquisitors are here. Yes! Oh no, my heroic boy. My heroic little Gundabad troll. The Inquisitors really trying their best to help me out. But yeah, these cavalry attacks, these very high value cavalry attacks, are just rinsing my backline. But you can see our troop quality was very, very high. So when we are in contact here, even though this is a sturdy front line, we're getting through. Now maybe Sin, you could argue, is suffering a bit because of that high ground advantage. His pikes are not really able to use their formation properly. My Scourge Raiders taking some arrow fire there, that's not good to see. But I've got a lot to focus on right now, so I'm not really spotting it. My Guardians of Carn Dûm mixing amongst the Witcheron Blackguard, just trying our best. But as I say, it's this pike line. It is just this wall of stabby sticks. Now that was a general. Whose general that was could have been mine. But there was definitely some Blackwatch Legion there, and I don't think I've got any Blackwatch Legion. So I don't think that was mine. Would have been one of my allies. Or, if we got very lucky, it was one of the enemies. But I don't think so. Where are we at percentage-wise? Ah, you can see Angmar. Ah, because Tommy has gone... He's able to sort of... Not Tommy, sorry. Because Eclipse is able to take things a bit slower here. And really sort of hold his attention fully. Angmar has really gone in deep to the flank, poured his entire force here. We got some good routes. We really would love to catch these guys. The trolls are trying their best, but some of those marksmen will return from the fight. Well, will return from the flight, I guess. And Tommy and Angmar are working really nicely together just to bust this open and start to fold up Morris and Gervais's line very, very nicely. Witcheron Inquisitors pulling out now. Dunedain Scouts still active, but that's a beefy unit. Even though it's they're not built around their charge, not built around their melee ability, it's still a horse. And in the late stage, if there's nothing we got to counter them, they can do some charging, they can do some cycle charging and really ruin our day. Morris's Rangers, double Rangers, one from Sin, one from Morris. What are they going for? Straight into this nasty little blob. But again, as nasty as these Rangers are, as many hits as they're giving us, we're very heavily armored. Ranger value, apart from the Elven Rangers. Oh no! Ah, fuck! That was what, 77 before contact. What are we at? 60. 50, 50, 40, 40, 40, please, maybe 40, 42, 42, jeez, oh, the amount of damage there, and that's my left side, which was where I was the strongest, is now wiped away. I am gone, and you can see I have been just about utterly repulsed here. Inflicted some good casualties, you know, I'd like to say, but pretty much that is me gone, and Sin's line is still holding quite nicely. So now it's just a case of, can Sin and Morris deal with what's left of me and then reorganize before you can see this blue swarm on the minimap, before that swarm of orcs and uruks wipes up the rest of Morris's line. Oh goodness sake, these poor pikemen. Just an absolute surround of those pikes, and that high mass value. Even, like, because the thing with the Blackwatch Legion, you know, it's not just that shield wall push that's important. It's just when they're generally engaging in melee, they're just hammering away with their maces, and they're just breaking open lines. It's, yep, just work your way through, just absolutely rip this line open. It's very messy. Very, very messy. What do we have here? Yep, Barrow White's moving forward. Just about everybody. Suffering some nasty hits here. Yep. We've got this position just about entirely wiped. The catapult there looks like it was trying to still be used against Eclipse's lines. Still possibly had some ammunition, but it will not be able to fire anything more. How are we doing with the Fitz versus Eclipse situation? Looks like Eclipse has come out on top over here. So we're doing pretty well everywhere apart from my position. Everywhere apart from my line, we're sort of coming out on top. So now it is really just a case of my boys need to wipe everything out as quickly as possible. Fitz is trying to pull back a few of his remaining forces, but if our Angmarim troops can deal with the last of Fitz and Morris, or Fitz and Gervais, before the last of my troops falter and bolt out, then we can do something, because you can see already Sin and Morris are starting to pull troops back and manning this hill, and this hill is steep, and now our guys are exhausted. They've still got ammunition, because because I rushed kind of so quickly and so hard, they weren't able to really use up all of that ammo. And the likes of the Rangers are done. Sin's not though. And now, oh dearie me, I'd be so tempted to just go for these Marauders. I know it's not a good target, but just you shoot those guys 2-3 volleys to the right side, no shield, not a great armor value. That could just wipe a unit. Now, I still think you're better off going for the proper units that can actually do you some proper damage. Yeah, look here, you can see these just proper little whistling arrows coming through, or little wispy arrows. I think that's what I want to describe them as, little wispy things. Just coming through, absolutely just ripping through the lines. And causing some good damage. Those Knights of Innuminus are still standing, just dealing with the last of my Barrow-wights, and the last of my few troops trying to hide amongst the Barrow-wights, not, trying to avoid that charge. And yeah, but not going to be able to avoid it. 53 Guardians. Those Guardians fully armor upgraded. Wavering. I'm trying to do a counter charge against the Knights, even though I don't have any sort of counter cavalry advantage. If I can just do a few swings every time, bloody summon them up, just try to deal with this. I'm viewing it as a victory if I can just get the last few of these horsemen off the field. But this is still a beefy front line that he's just going to be able to bring back, reform around that hilltop. Tommy's coming in quickly, not really wanting to take time to reorganize. He is just sending in what he's got. That's probably a pretty good idea, even though these Hammer Guard will get picked apart. It just means that the boys are going to have a tougher time pulling out in a careful, organized fashion. They're maybe not going to be able to form up the exact way that they want. Warns of the North are here as well. Still some Arthedain marksmen. Looks like they are still firing, or is this going to be a cancelled shot? I feel a cancelled shot coming. Oh no. Oh, into the Inquisitors. Okay, okay. And that was, again, that was the right side of those Inquisitors. So it's good to see. Good to see them go down. Well, for the defenders in this case, it's good. Not really for us. Let me just move my footmat one sec. So yeah, these Evandom archers just out of ammunition, but still decent armor. You know, for a militia unit, they'll do their best. Oh dear, those routing marauders, they'll come back. They've got to come back. But if you had a unit of Dunedain scouts, you'd be very tempted to just rush them over here just to eat this unit. Just because that's 133 men that we just cannot rely upon later. That's a beefy unit of Barrow Whites for this stage of the game as well. Angmar's got his out of ammunition goblin trackers. I love the Barrow Whites just when they're hiding. They're just like little dodos, not dodos, sorry, little ostriches, just getting their faces in the dirt. Just like, nope, we don't exist. We are not here. And I'd probably start moving them forward, but it's just Angmar's got a lot to order. He's got a lot of troops to organise right now. I've moved into the last sort of 7,000 frames here, or well, 8,000 still right now. We're seeing the final remnants of Morris and Sins. Oh no, this is, I'm losing track of where we are on the battlefield. Let's try and zoom in. Let's try and. So yeah, you can see they do have quite a stoic little line here. It's pretty firm, but it's not really. It's arguably just not wide enough. Because there's still a few troops here. They're still grinding into my Barrow Whites. But Barrow Whites doing what they do best and just surviving. Trying to just make this last as long as humanly possible. My Guardians of Carn Doom fighting to the death. Not really what you want to see, but at least they're not routing, they're just taking time. But once because this is 2 units of pikes and those dismounted Knights of Illuminus, they really need to get them onto the front line, but they just have to kill the last of my troops. I might have lost connection by that point. As I say, maybe my troops are just sort of sitting about at this time. So we have more arrow fire from Gervais into the Barrow Whites. I mean, at this point, there's so much for them to focus on. You wouldn't really be able to pick targets too carefully. But definitely not who you want to go for. Those Gundabad Guard breaking there. They broke there about 70 men. So as long as we get, well, as long as the defenders in this case get them dealt with, I'm going to turn up the trees again. Let's make them look nice, okay? Both nice. Just for the last little while as this defense is going. Guardians of Carn Doom trying to engage, and there's, I was going to say, you know, we've got like an exhausted versus like very tired and winded, but no, it is quite, I think everybody's pretty exhausted at this point. That's another break. Oh, it's just a small unit, but it is a break nonetheless. Hammer Guard getting around the flank. Troll Slayers though, they'll beat those Hammer Guard, just because their numbers. Under normal circumstances, that would be a very messy engagement for both of them. Warns the north there from Morris, out of ammo, but still that's a lot of sword masters. About to get sent into the front line, 65 of them, still pretty healthy. And still arrow fire raining on down. What do we still have? We've got Barrow Whites, we've got Angmar Marauders, we've got a break, we've got a decent sized break across there, more pikes routing. Hammer Guard just doing their best. That was me, that was my general, fighting to the very end there. But brought down by a Knight of Illuminus, a worthy foe, a worthy opponent to bring me down, I suppose. But yeah, I mean, a lot of the strength we've got left are in these Barrow Whites, which, if they've still got those Knights of Illuminus, yeah, so this is me finally fully gone, so they're able to bring back a proper defense now. Inquisitors are being used here to try and do some cycle charging on the front line. I would really, I'd want them to maybe just try and kill the last few knights. We've got a general over there, but that was actually all the way over here, wasn't it? I didn't realize that he had survived for this long over here. Goodness sake. Yeah, that was a heck of a time. Fitz is actually still trying to get his surviving troops, get some distance, keep them alive a little bit longer. That's the last few. Well, that was the general, and I was going to say that's the last of the Inquisitors, but there was still one horse I saw remaining. So Angmar is gathering up with Eclipse. So it's a lot of Barrow-wights, Orc Fellers, Scourge Raiders, out of ammunition by this point, no doubt. Still some Trolls. They're going to be tough to counter as long as we don't get them charged. That's a lot of Trolls left. And then it's Scraps. It's Barrow-wights, Scraps, and Trolls. Yeah, nope, routing there. Okay, good. Eclipse does actually have a dollop of forces here. These guys are organised, Scourge Raiders, Blackwatch Legion, a big unit of Blackwatch Legion. Really big unit of Blackwatch Legion. Very nice. Scourge Raiders doing their chanting before the final push. Blackguard there, and moving up to engage the defensive line again. But they've sent off the first group of attackers, and they've got 9 of these knights left. If I was them, I'd be wanting to sort of just come in and out against the Barrow-wights. Maybe is that a good idea? Like, for me, the reason I want to do that is just because you wouldn't suffer much damage in return. You know, every time you come in, you're maybe just suffering a tiny chip. And so you can keep that going for a really long time. Whereas if you go in for the elites, yeah, sure, value-wise, you're going to be doing so much more, but you're going to be taking more damage every time you go in. Because a few of those guys are going to get swings. I think there was a temptation to maybe go for the catapult, but I think that catapult's just about done, you know, and it would take a very long time to bring that catapult in. And even if we did, it's like, what the heck are we going to do with it? 250, you know, it's like we're gonna get friendly fire, no matter where we really go for. Oh no! What we really wanted was to come in from the edge there, but 230 is well, 234 brought them down to is pretty good. But oh, those Guardians of Cardoom almost caught them. They almost got them. Mounted Company trying their best there. On the front line, Dismounted Knights of Numinous are right on the front line there. Just mixing it up with the guys, hopefully just keeping them in line. Because if this pike line holds, if this pike line is able to hold and we are not able to get around it, but yeah, with these reinforcements coming in, we've got the Trolls getting in there now. We're going to be able to just fully surround this front line very soon. Warns of the North engaging now. To be honest, they need something to deal with the Blackguard, don't they? Yeah, this is just Arthedain marksmen and rangers. They need something of substance. I was going to say, because the Warns of the North would do okay up against the Trolls of Gundabad. Trolls of Gundabad do have some armour, but it's not massive armour. Is there anything hiding up here? Any little ace in the hole? Arthedain marksmen there are out. No, I don't believe so. I think that is just about all they've got engaged on the front line at this point. And we've still got those knights active. Still 8 of them. Let me just take a drink. Yeah, so still got those knights active. Still hammering away. And even some Dunedain Mounted Company to assist. Those Barrow-wights taken down to 167. They were 250 when they first made this engagement. Peacekeepers being pulled back. Looks like, yeah, the Peacekeepers are being sent off to try and deal with the Trolls. But they'll have to run up the hill to do that. That'll take them time. I think there was a little bit of confusion with that charge. I think they were sort of going for the Guardians of Cardoom. Then they switched to the Barrow-wights, so it wasn't a proper charge. They didn't really get in there. I say the defenders in this case really need every single charge to work. And right now, you know, because if not, it's we're just wasting time. Scourge Raiders getting... I love that chainmail face that you sometimes get from the pikemen. You get from the archers too. I don't quite know why, but yeah, that just sometimes happens with the model. Scourge Raiders just, yeah, ripping up the Evandem archers and Arthedain pikes. Deary me. The Warns of the North are trying to deal with the Trolls of Gundabad. It's good to see, but with the Scourge Raiders there. Are there Trolls? There are Troll Slayers in there. Okay, yeah, the Troll Slayers, of course, very much going to do what they want to do. And as their name implies, they will rip those guys down. What is it? The Troll... No, not Troll Shaxlers. The Troll Hunters. What are they called again? Etymor Troll Hunters. It's a bit of a shame that the Etymor Troll Hunters aren't better at killing trolls. But to be honest, well, they're good at killing... They are good at killing cave trolls, which, for the most part, like, that's the quality of troll that they would actually be hunting. So yeah, they're good at that. They're good at that. I shouldn't talk them down. But yeah, they're a freaking gorgeous unit. I mean, Rudour in general is a massive favourite for me, faction-wise. Knights of Innuminus come over here to try and deal with the trolls. Decided to go defensive rather than just trying to rack up that kill count. Good to... They dropped one of them, inflicted some damage on this one, but you can see the amount of damage that those trolls have been doing to those knights now. Definitely hurt them. Surprised those troll slayers are having... Oh, I guess there's just not enough of them left, and with the Scourge Raiders there now, yeah, that's probably why. What we got? What is the goal? What is the green line? The Scourge Raiders just forming up, just trying to unleash some more axes. Ah, dearie me. So that should be... well, I mean, they're still getting victories certain across this line. Goodness sake. Shouldn't be too much longer. I think once we get one break, that's going to be it. That will be the line just collapsing. Yeah, I was definitely... Oh, good. It's always fun to see the trolls actually get thrown. That was a good charge. That was a really good charge. 14 wards to the north. It's good that the boys are still just fighting tooth and nail here, just trying to inflict as much damage on our orcs and ghouls, and well, trolls of course as well. Very useful assets for us. The Snagus Stalkers running on in now. I mean, yeah, some decent numbers getting thrown on in, but they will get just absolutely pierced to pieces by the pikes. Scourge Raiders chanting, good stuff. Yeah, a little bit intimidating. Hopefully, you know, that little yeah, there we go, nice. 4 Nosteran Defenders, the first to break. And that is going to cause a little... Oh, I thought that would cause... Okay, no, it is causing a bit of a ripple effect, but it's causing it off to the left. So those pikes are gone. But these pikes are still holding. No, not happening all over. Not happening all over. Stalkers pushing forward. And that... Yeah. Oh, Knights. Yeah, the Knights are still kicking. Jeepers sake, those guys are resilient. Only one troll remaining. Oh, the Blackwatch Legion sort of have them. But those maces, surely we're dropping one. This guy, right, he's gone. That was even a Scourge Raider that got him. 5 Knights. Still just getting chased down by the Scourge Raiders. Very swift boys. They really wanted that troll, but nah, they're not getting him. Not getting him. The Blackguard popped up. I don't know. Were they hiding? They might have been hiding. I thought I saw them sort of pop up. But yeah, we'll just sit over here at this point and maybe just go to 2 times speed to rattle through the end of this. So no, that was a lot of fun. I think I cannot remember what sort of the differences were in like money. As I say, we weren't buying our armies, we were just picking them. But we definitely had sort of slightly high quality armies for the fact that yeah, we were having to rush them. I think it all went pretty well. Of course, I'm very grateful for my allies to sort of, you know, carry through after my kind of wild assault. I don't think it went too badly for me. Oh yeah, shoot, we're not going to be called our names, are we? Damn, we're just going to be called like Captain something or other. I'll have to try and work out who I was. But I definitely, like, not having spears in my army was very frightening. And because that is always... I will always get at least 2 pretty decent units of spears just to watch out for cav, just because how much I get flustered with cavalry attacks. It really does mess me up. So having some good spears just to watch my back is incredibly helpful. But it was quite cool just trying to like experiment with like using my trolls, using my wargs, really just doing all I can to keep these high quality knights and lancers from ripping me apart. They got a general kill, good lads. Oh dear, going toe to toe with that. Oh damn, I missed that. I missed that little 1v1 fight. Damn. But it looks like the general tried to bring down that last troll by himself, but he has been slain. But the Arthedain forces did kill one last general of our attacking forces here. We still have this one knight going toe to toe with some guardians. Oh no, still he's got a few of his buddies. Still some barrow wights mixing amongst it. Oh, dearie me! After killing off that general, this troll of Angmar comes running in to try and end this fight. Must have happened. Yeah, this was him over here. Dearie me! Damn, we were so close to that. Would have been good to have gone and watched that. But, oh, still a general. What was he part of? Dismounted Knights, oh yeah, so he's Dismounted Knights for Numinous, so he is pretty badass, but he's not armor piercing. But he's just got some pretty decent stats. But still, at this point, surrounded by Scourge Raiders, and with that general hunting troll, he was not long for this world. I love when you see like trolls celebrating and stuff. It's cool to see the animations just so big. This was possibly me. Let's see. So yeah, what were sort of our big hitters? Oh, jeepers sake, yeah, the pikes, very nice. From him. Anything else? Guardians of Cardoon, wow. Both Guardians of Cardoon were doing really, really well there. That's quite cool. Then Captain Lugluk. Anything awesome? Capel, yeah, we got a lot of worth out of that Capel. That really busted some good holes in the line so that when the boys came smashing forward, those pikes just were not as solid, and they could sort of just be rolled through without too much of a problem. Yeah, you see some decent kills from the Barrow Whites. Not heaps, but you know they've got some grind. Good to bad guard. Yeah, no, and some nice stuff from the Trolls of Angmar. I think that was what, one remaining. I don't know. No, not too sure who had that last troll. Naglug, beautiful names. Of our proud victorious Uruks. And anything crazy from you? I mean, yeah, those Witcher on Blackguard doing very, very well. Yeah, we didn't have any Witchers, it seemed. That would have sort of changed the game a fair bit. And then Thurk, who I think was me. Anything wild? Yeah, having a look. I think so. I think that was me. Hammerguard. Hey, yeah. You see, so we had some very experienced forces. So that's why our men were just able to sort of roll certain times and really get some good work done. How were my trolls? Most of my trolls were, most of the troll killing was being done to try and wipe out those high quality knights. So yeah, we're not expecting as high kills as what you'd normally get from the trolls, and of course the wargs just trying to catch things. But no, that was a heck of a lot of fun. I do like when you've got things that are not exactly attack defense, when you do have it where it is more of just like somebody is in a defensive position, or somebody is in a position of advantage, and then the other side has just a little bit more funds, or even if it's just a case of, yeah, you've got to attack me, even if it's just an open field, so you've got to attack me. But yeah, awesome. So that was pretty good. A bit of surprise that was one that I was in, but yeah, I'll try and organize my replays of it and try and remind myself what they actually are for the next one. But yeah, thank you guys very much, and I will see you later.